Hello everyone, I'm going to talk about the third boss in the Heart of Fear, which is Garalon. And this is a 7-minute fight with 2 tanks and 2 to 3 healers, depending on what we decide. So I'm just going to use this board here to demonstrate the tactics. Right, as you can see, this arrow here is where we'll enter the room, and there's Garalon. And as pheromones is placed on the person that's closest to him at the start, the first tank will run in and go to the left, and he will have to start the process of kiting. Now, when you've got pheromones, it will do a stacking debuff on you, which is pungency, and that lasts for 2 minutes. When that gets to about 20, which is about 45 seconds in, the next person in the chain will take pheromones off the tank. Now, when the first person's got it, they'll be running clockwise around the room, and they'll be placed in void zones when they have pheromones. And what you want to do is make sure that the void zones are as close together as possible, so that we use the least amount of space. Because it's not that long a fight, but as you can see, it'd be easy to run out of room. Right, as I've explained, once it gets to 20 stacks, the next person needs to come in and take it off. It's very close range, so we're going to be using 5 people, and the 5 people will be the 2 tanks, the 3 healers if you have 3 healers, or the 2 tanks, 2 healers, and 1 range DPS, which will be decided when we do the raid. Right then, so the tank has swapped here to the next person, and then they carry on the kiting. The note to the tanks is that we have got fury swipes, and this is a cone demonstrated here, a frontal cone that you guys need to stand in throughout the fight, which makes things a little bit awkward. So the tank that hasn't got pheromones will probably stand right in front of Garalon and take it, and then the other tank will have to position themselves to make sure. Now it is 25 yards, so it is quite a long range, so it's just making sure that you're both in it at the time. To the healers and the range DPS that potentially have to kite, you have to make sure you're 25 yards away from Garalon when you're kiting. So it will require a bit of practice, but we hopefully will be fine. So as I say, when kiting, the voids have to drop in, and we are going to go outside clockwise, and then when we get around, we're going to go in a bit and carry on there like that. So once all 5 people have taken it, hopefully the pungency stack has gone off the first person. As I say, it does last 2 minutes. We can't pass it until that happens, so hopefully the timing is right, but we will see in the raid and calculate it from there. Right then, the rest of the raid, well, a melee DPS will be chosen to be the management of the rest of the raid. Really, what's going to happen is that he or she will choose which leg you DPS. So that melee DPS could pick this one first, and what everyone needs to do is to make sure you get under the green circle underneath the leg. Each green circle applies to Garalon's legs. As you can see, it's awesome legs here with his awesome circles, and if you're DPS in this leg, you need to be in this to get a damage buff, and you definitely want that. So then once that one's done, you want to eliminate all the legs, and once all the legs are gone, you want to go on the boss, and then of course when another leg appears, you go on the leg, and you'll continue to do that in the fight. Now this the purple circle underneath, you don't want to go near. No one wants to go near it, because it will mean that we get more crushes. Now on normal mode, crush will happen every time we switch the pungency stack onto pungency debuff onto someone else. Not pungency, sorry. Every time we switch pheromones to someone else. So when the tank's got it, and the other person in the chain comes to get it, we will get a crush. So at 20 stacks, and then a crush will happen, and that stuns the raid for 2 seconds and does raid-wide damage. And then we'll carry on doing what we're doing. So we do need to bear in mind that happens every time we switch. So that's it for the fight, really. It is a rinse and repeat. Once we get it, we get it. And we just repeat it. As you can see, we do want to be having the most amount of DPS on the legs. We want to make sure he dies quickly, because we don't want to run out of space. And in a perfect world, I have all these like that, but that might not happen. So hope this has been helpful for you all, and I will see you soon. Bye.